sun hangs low over the ocean, turning everything golden slow. The day feels like it's exhaling finally, letting the heat and the noise both go. I walk along the edge of the sand, shoes in my hand, jeans rolled up. The water's cold, but I step in anyway, just enough to feel it wake me up. Pacific air at sunset fills my lungs like a promise. It tastes like salt and something open, like the world still has room for this moment. Surfers carry their boards back to their cars, sunburned smiles, hair full of wind. They talk about waves they almost caught, like almost is already a win. A dog runs past me chasing nothing, leaving soft tracks in the sand. Its owner calls its name, there's no rush, like everything's planned. Pacific air at sunset, warm skin cooling down. The sky turns pink, then orange, then quiet, and the city forgets its sound. Trees lean toward the fading light, shadows stretching long and thin. Someone plays a guitar near the boardwalk, not for money, not to win. I sit on a blanket with a paper cup of coffee, watching planes disappear into the sky. Every one of them feels like a different life, and I don't ask myself why. Pacific air, sunset, makes my thoughts feel light. Nothing I did today feels heavy anymore. Nothing I didn't do feels wrong tonight. Couples take pictures they won't look at later. Friends pass bottles wrapped in brown. Someone says we should do this more often, and everyone nods like they know it's true somehow. Pacific air at sunset, the day finally lets me go. I don't need tomorrow to make sense yet. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. The sun drops into the ocean slowly, like it doesn't want to make a scene. Applause breaks out from a group on the beach, then fades like it was just a dream. Pacific air at sunset. Pacific air at sunset. We roll the windows down and let the wind in. The ocean staying close on our right. The radio plays something we both have known, soft enough to fit the light. The road curves slowly along the water, like it's in no hurry to get anywhere. Traffic moves like it understands the mood. No horns, no one really cares. Slow drive on the coast, hands loose on the wheel. Every mile feels lighter than the last one. Every thought feels easier to feel. You rest your feet on the dashboard, sunglasses still on your face. You talk about nothing important at all, just filling the space. The sky keeps changing its mind about colors, blue to gold to pink again. I stop thinking about what comes next and start thinking about where I've been. Slow drive on the coast. The world feels wide and kind. We're not chasing a destination tonight. We're just letting the road decide. We pass a sign for a place we've never been, and for a second I almost turned. But we keep going the way we were already going, letting the moment burn. The ocean flashes silver between cliffs, boats small and far below. You take a picture through the windshield glass, knowing it won't show what we know. Slow drive on a coast, music low, voices lower. Everything we don't say out loud feels closer and closer. The air smells like sunscreen and salt and something sweet I can't name. I feel like this night is giving us something we won't ever explain. Slow drive on the coast, the sun almost gone. We keep driving like we have all the time in the world, like nothing else is going on. The first stars show up in the rear view mirror, and I don't check the time. I just keep one hand on the wheel and one hand holding yours in mine. Slow drive on the coast. Slow drive on the coast. The sun is almost gone behind the hills, but the sky still remembers its color. Palm trees stand tall against a fading pink, like they're posing for the night. Street lights our shadows long and thin. You kick a pebble down the street ahead of us, laughing when it hits the curb and spins. Somewhere a rooftop party starts up softly, bass humming through the walls. Someone's voice rises, then disappears like it doesn't want to fall. Palm trees and soft light, the air's still warm and slow. I don't feel like I need to be anywhere else. I don't feel like I need to go. We stop at a crosswalk with no traffic, waiting for the light to change. You lean your head on my shoulder and everything feels simple again. A billboard glows above an empty lot, selling a dream I don't need. For once I don't compare my life to it, I just let it be. Palm trees and soft light hold the night in place. They make the city feel gentler, they soften every face. The sky turns deeper, almost purple, stars barely starting to show. We keep walking without saying much, letting the quiet grow. Palm trees and soft light, I wish I could stay right here, not because everything is perfect, but because everything feels clear. Palm trees and soft light.
The sun is already gone, but the light is still here, painting everything in leftover gold. Sky holds on to the day a little longer, like it's not ready to let it go. Skaters roll past in loose little circles, wheels humming low on concrete ground. They laugh when someone almost falls and try the same trick again without a sound. Afterglow on Venice beach makes the night feel slow and kind. The ocean turns dark but keeps it shining, like it's holding on to the light. Yeah. Street artists pack up half-finished paintings, spray cans clicking into a bag. Someone strums a guitar near the boardwalk, singing low like they're not trying to be heard. A group of friends shares fries from a paper tray, salt on their fingers, smiles wide. They talk about nothing and everything at once, watching the colors die. Afterglow on Venice beach feels like a pause between two lives, the one you had all day long and the one that only comes out at night. A man jogs past with his dog on a long red leash, both of them breathing in time. He nods at me like we know each other, like we're both here for the same reason tonight. The palm trees turn into dark silhouettes cut out against a purple sky. Sun a joint and passes it around, laughing a little too loud, then saying sorry. Afterglow on Venice Beach makes my thoughts feel clean. Nothing I said today feels heavy anymore. Nothing I didn't say feels mean. The boardwalk lights flicker on one by one, small stars lining the shore, yeah. The people drift toward bars and quiet homes, not sure what they're looking for. Afterglow on Venice Beach, I stay longer than I planned. The night feels open and unfinished, like it's waiting for my hand. Afterglow, we drive with the windows down, the night air rushing through our hair. The city lights blur into soft lines, and for once I don't care where we are. The radio plays something old and familiar, low enough to stay in the background. We don't sing along, we just let it play like it understands the mood. Right now, windows down, radio low, the road stretching out in front of us. No destination we have to reach, no conversation we have to rush. Your hand rests on the edge of the door, fingers dancing in the wind. You smile at something you're thinking about and don't tell me what it is. Traffic lights turn green as we approach, like they're clearing the way. Every red we hit feels intentional, like the night wants us to stay. Windows down, radio low, the world feels softer at this speed. Every mile pulls me further away from everything I don't need. We pass a late night taco stand, people lined up, laughing slow. The smell of grilled onions fills the car and disappears before I can hold it close. You talk about a place you want to see someday, somewhere warm, somewhere far. I say we should just keep driving tonight, and you laugh like it's not that hard. Windows down, radio low, we don't talk about tomorrow. Tonight feels too light to carry anything shaped like sorrow. The freeway opens up in front of us, no cars for a long wide stretch. I press the gas just a little bit more, then slow back down again. Windows down, radio low, the stars barely visible above, but the city glow feels close enough, and somehow that's enough. We keep driving without saying why, letting the moment grow. Windows down, radio low.
expected. Just a few headlights moving slow. Palm trees stand still in the warm night air, like they're listening to something I don't know. The houses glow behind low white fences. Porch lights soft and dim. Someone's TV flickers through open curtains. A late night show, a familiar hymn. Quiet streets in Santa Monica. Feel like the world took a breath. The noise from the freeway fades into distance, and nothing feels urgent left. I walk past a parked bicycle by a driveway, a surfboard leaning against a wall. It feels like everyone's living a calm life here, and I somehow walked into it all. A cat sits still on the hood of a car, watching me like it knows my name. I'm not at it like we share a secret, and keep walking the same way I came. Quiet streets in Santa Monica. Make my thoughts slow down. Everything that felt heavy earlier doesn't feel heavy now. I smell jasmine drifting from a garden, mixed with ocean air from a block away. It feels like the night is trying to tell me it's okay to stay this way. Someone waters plants in their front yard, even though it's way past dark. They look up and smile without saying anything, like this moment doesn't need a remark. Quiet streets in Santa Monica. Hold on to the end of the day. They don't rush the night into anything, they just let it stay. I stop at a crosswalk with no cars, waiting for the light to change. The ocean hums somewhere I can't see, and everything feels strangely arranged.
sky is still pink over the freeway, even though the sun is long gone. Cars move like a quiet river of light. Everyone headed somewhere, no one wrong. Billboards glow above endless lanes, selling dreams I don't need tonight. The air feels warm through an open window, and everything's moving just right. Pink sky over the freeway makes the city feel soft and white. For a second all the noise makes sense, and I stop trying to outrun my mind. You rest your head against the glass, watching reflections slide by. You say something about how fast time feels, then laugh like you didn't mean to sound so deep. Traffic slows, then opens up again, like the road is breathing too. We don't talk about where we're going, we just let the moment choose. Pink sky over the freeway, the day's still holding on. Not ready to call it night just yet, not ready to move on. The radio fades into static for a second, then finds another song. It fits the mood better than the last one did, like the night's been planning all along. We pass an exit for a place we've never been, and for a moment I almost turned, but we stay right where we already are, letting the feeling burn. Pink sky over the freeway turns purple then deep blue. The city lights start taking over, and the stars don't stand a chance with you. You take a picture you'll never post, just to remember how this feels. I keep my eyes on the road ahead, pretending I know how real this is. Pink sky over the freeway, the night finally arrives, and somehow I feel exactly on time for my own life. Pink sky over the freeway. The cafe is still open, even though it's late. A soft yellow glow spilling onto the street. A handwritten sign says closing soon, but no one inside looks ready to leave. Late coffee in Silver Lake tastes warmer than it should. Maybe it's the quiet, maybe it's the light, maybe it's just the mood. A barista wipes down the counter slowly, not in a hurry to lock the door. A couple whispers over one shared pastry, like they've done this 100 times before. I sit by the window with my hands around the cup, watching cars pass one by one. Every headlight feels like a different story, and I don't need to know a single one.
coffee in Silver Lake makes my thoughts feel clean. Nothing I was worried about earlier feels urgent or mean. Someone types on a laptop in the corner, headphones on, nodding to a beat. A girl sketches something in a small notebook, biting her lip like she's halfway to a dream. The music playing is low and familiar, something indie, something slow. It feels like the cafe chose it just for this moment, just to let the silence grow. It stretches this hour into something gentle, something I don't want to put in the past. I check my phone, then turn it face down. There's nothing I need to reply. The world feels small inside these walls, and I kind of like why. Just a cyclist passing through. The bell on the door rings softly as someone leaves, and the night moves a little too. Late coffee in Silver Lake makes me wanna stay a while. Not because I'm waiting for anything, just because this feels like my style. The barista finally calls last orders, but no one stands up yet. We all pretend we didn't hear it the first time, like we're not ready to reset. Street till slightly uphill, and every step feels slower than the last. Neon signs flicker in shop windows, holding on to a version of the past. A liquor store hums with blue light, buzzing louder than it should. A taco spot stays open past midnight, smelling better than it has any right to. Neon signs in Echo Park, paint colors onto my face. Red, green and couple argues quietly on the sidewalk, trying not to make a scene. They stop when someone walks too close, pretend everything's fine, pretend they're clean. I hear music coming from an open car door, bass low where it's hard to catch. Someone nods their head in time with it, leaning back against a scratched up hatch. Neon signs in Echo Park make the night feel lived in and real. Not polished, not trying too hard, just honest about how it feels. I pass a closed down record store, posters peeling off the glass. Some band I've never heard of, from a summer that went too fast. A guy walks his dog across the street, hood up, hands in his pockets deep. The dog stops to sniff every single pole, like it's reading secrets people keep. Neon signs in Echo Park turn loneliness into something light, not heavy enough to pull me down, just soft enough to sit beside. Tonight I stop at the top of the hill for a second, look back at the city below. The lights stretch out like a quiet ocean, moving slow, glowing slow. Neon signs in Echo Park fade behind me as I go, but the colors stay stuck in my head long after the lights say no. Neon signs in Echo Park. Bus pulls up 10 minutes late, but no one complains anymore. A few tight faces line up quietly, like we've all done this before. Last bus through downtown feels like a moving room, everyone carrying their own small world, trying to get home too soon. A man in a work jacket counts his change, drops a coin, picks it up slow. The driver nods like it's no big deal, like tonight has nowhere to go. Two girls whisper about a party they left, laughing a little too soft. One says she texted someone she shouldn't have, the other says just turn your phone off. Last bus through downtown rolls past empty bars and lights. Neon reflections slide across the windows, turning strangers into silhouettes. A guy in the back hums along to his headphones, not realizing we can hear. It's off key, but somehow comforting, like proof that someone's still here. We stop at a red light that takes forever. Nobody looks annoyed. Even the city feels tired right now, like it's trying to avoid noise. Last bus through downtown feels slower than it should, but maybe that's exactly what we need to stretch this night out good. An old woman clutches which is a paper bag, bread sticking out the top. She smiles at me for no clear reason and stares out the window and stops. The bus rattles over a cracked up street. Everyone sways in time. For a second it feels like we're all connected by nothing more than this ride. Last bus through downtown keeps carrying us along. Not heroes, not failures, not anyone special, just people trying to get home. The bus pulls away from my stop, its taillights glowing red. I watch it disappear down the street, then start walking instead. Last bus through downtown. Last bus through downtown. Last bus through downtown. Sky still holds a little orange, even though the sun is long gone. Hollywood Boulevard lights up slowly, like it's stretching before putting on a show. Sunset fading into Hollywood, feels like two worlds colliding. The quiet of the evening behind me, and the noise of the night arriving. Tourists take pictures of cracked sidewalks, stars with names they don't recognize. Someone dressed like a superhero smiles for tips and tired eyes. A street performer sings an old love song, his voice shaking but true. People walk past without stopping much, but I stop for a minute or two. Sunset faded into Hollywood, turns dreams into something small. Not movie deals or red carpets, just the courage to answer a call. A limo passes by full of people laughing, champagne bottles in the air. Right behind it, a beat-up sedan stalls. Nobody inside looks like they care. Neon lights reflect off dusty palm leaves, casting shadows on the wall. A girl talks on her phone about missing someone, pretending she's not about to fall. Sunset fade into Hollywood, makes every face look hopeful and tired, like everyone came here for something big and stayed for something entirely different. I pass the theater with posters from last summer, movies no one talks about now. It reminds me how fast things change here, and how fast we all learn how. The sky finally turns deep blue overhead, no orange left in sight. Stars don't show up at all tonight, but the city feels bright enough. Sunset fading into Hollywood. I walk without a plan, not chasing anything famous, just being exactly who I am. Sunset fading into Hollywood. The road curves up into the dark hills, headlights cutting through quiet air. The city noise falls away behind us, like it doesn't follow us up here. Midnight at Griffith Park feels like stepping out of time. The whole city laid out below, heavy light, different light. We park near an empty lookout, no one else around tonight. The engine ticks as it cools down, and even that fades into silence. You lean on the hood and stare at downtown, your breath turning into soft clouds. You say it looks like a galaxy fell to the ground, and for once I don't laugh out loud. Midnight at Griffith Park makes everything feel far away. All the things I thought were urgent don't know how to stay. A plane drifts slowly across the sky, a blinking red dot heading out. You wonder where it's going, and I say somewhere we're not. The Hollywood sign glows faint in the distance, not as big as it looks in dreams. If just sit and let it exist, like it doesn't